Good morning, students. Am I audible? Okay. So, what is the number of participants? Eight. Okay, we'll wait for another 1 minute. Okay. Okay, we start our class today. Okay, so good morning, students. Today we will start with search tank. Okay, we will start a new unit called search tank. So, search tank we have already discussed many times. So, you can draw this simple diagram. Okay, so this is our dam. Okay, this is our reservoir. From here, we have diverted the flow through this tunnel. Okay, and then we have this structure called search tank. Search tank. Okay, and this is our powerhouse. Here we have a valve. Okay, this is our valve. So according to the requirement, we operate this valve. Okay, as per the requirement or as per the requirement of power, how much power we are going to generate. So this is like your penstock valve. Okay, so in that penstock we have a valve where we can operate as per the requirement, divert the flow in the powerhouse to the turbine. Okay, so because of this, when you close, there water is also flowing in this tunnel from higher elevation to lower elevation at a very high velocity. Okay, when you close the valve, there is an backflow of water. Okay, so that's why here one pressure is generated that is called water hammer pressure. Okay, to release that pressure, we use surge tank. So what happen when you close the valve? When you close the valve, the water goes here. Then the water is also coming from here. It goes in this direction. Okay, if the pressure is too much, because the uppermost portion is exposed to atmosphere. Okay, so if the pressure is very high, so its water is flows out. Okay, okay, very simple. Okay, so this is all about your surge tank, or you can say function of surge tank. So first you write down the definition. Okay, you can write it down here. Surge tank is one of the most important component of high head hydro project. If tunnel is quite long, to carry the discharge to the powerhouse. Okay, if the tunnel is very long, so if you remember, we have discussed, we have divided and undivided plant. Divided means this one. Okay, when the topography of the land permits to install our powerhouse near the dam, then our reservoir itself behaves like a surge tank. Okay, so we don't have to provide surge tank. I think you remember that thing. Okay, we have already discussed. Okay, so that's why it's written when the tunnel is quite long. Okay, when tunnel is quite long, then only we need surge tank. Otherwise, if we can install our powerhouse near the dam house, sorry, near the dam, then our reservoir itself behaves as a surge tank. Okay, so you write it down this definition. Okay, it is a small reservoir, usually circular in cross section, installed near the penstock valve. Over. Okay. So we move on to next topic is function of surge tank. Okay, functions of surge tank. So first point, it supplies initial flow to the powerhouse when the valve is gradually open. Okay, that means as the water it goes inside the surge tank, when you gradually open it, the first amount of water is comes from surge tank. Okay, that's why in surge tank your level of water is always fluctuating, rise and fall according to the operation of valve. If you close, then again the water goes inside, and then if you gradually open again, your water comes out. Okay, so here the level of water is always fluctuating. Okay, you write it down. The first point, it supplies initial flow to the powerhouse when the valve is gradually open. Okay, then second point, water level in such tank falls accelerating head between surge tank and reservoir towards powerhouse through the tunnel. Okay, this point we will discuss in the derivation. Okay, now you kindly write it down. Okay, when we go through the diagram of surge tank, there you can better understand this point. Okay, third point you write it down. It eliminates the excess water hammer pressure developed due to sudden closing of the valve due to no load condition in the powerhouse. Okay, when there is no load condition, so we are going to close the valve, and because of the closure of the valve, there is a pressure generated that is called water hammer pressure. Okay, to release that pressure we use surge tank. Then number 4 you write it down. When the valve is closed gradually, difference of discharge from the reservoir and partial difference to the turbine takes place. Okay, when the valve is closed gradually, difference of discharge from the reservoir and partial difference to the turbine takes place. Partial difference to the turbine takes place. Over till here. Okay, then we move on to number 5. So here, if the valve is suddenly closed, a very high rise of inertia or dynamic pressure is developed. Okay, and a major part of the pressure has been dissipated in the surge tank. Okay, That is your water hammer pressure. Okay. So water hammer pressure is of dynamic pressure. Okay? If the valve is suddenly closed, a very high rise of inertia or dynamic pressure is developed, and a major part of the pressure has been dissipated in the surge tank. Okay. Number six, water rise to maximum level in the surge tank and falls to certain level and again rises. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's always fluctuating. Okay. Whenever you are operating that valve to increase or decrease the discharge or velocity. Okay. So there will be always a rise and fall of water level in the surge tank. Okay. So that's what is written here. Water rises to maximum level in the surge tank and falls to certain level. Okay. And again rises. Thus, rise and fall of water level in the surge tank takes place, which is eventually damped down due to friction. Okay. Then next point, surge tank relieves the penstock from damage due to rise in pressure. Okay. This is very much similar to your previous one. Okay. And then surge tank store water during the load rejection until the tunnel velocity has been decelerated to the new steady condition. Okay. So this part we will when we go for the derivation, then this will be very clear to you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So next topic is types of surge tank. So I think this is not required to discuss. Okay. Very simple. Types only depending on the shape of the surge tank. Okay. So I think you can read this out of yourself. Okay, so definitely I'll give you this PDF file. Okay, from here you just go through once about the types of search tank. It's very simple and very clearly written here. Okay, so if you really think that we should discuss, then we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, now we are not wasting our time just discussing about types of search tank. Okay, simply this is your simple search tank whatever we have seen till now. Circular in shape in a vertical stand. Okay, then we have our orifice type. So in that particular thing, we that opening is like orifice. Okay, so that's why it's restricted orifice type. That means we are restricting the flow amount. Okay, then is conical shape. So what is the advantage of conical shape? When you go for a rectangular, it takes higher cost. Okay, here when you construct a conical shape, that means you are reducing some amount of area. Okay, so these are the small advantage. Spillway. In other cases, the topmost portion is exposed to atmosphere. Here it's covered. So that's why we have provided one spillway, okay? So that when the water flows back through here, so as a spillway, okay? And then last one is we have a compound type where we have two type of, means in such tank itself we have two chamber, okay? It's fully closed and it two chamber, okay? And it takes little bit high cost to construct such type of search tank. Okay, it's a compound, and basically we use this one for our this high head gravity dam in northeast India. Okay, where if the pressure is very less, so it goes to the lower chamber. If pressure is very high, it goes to the higher chamber. Okay, and then again when the pressure is released, it comes back to a level. Okay, function is same. The function is same. So kindly study yourself. Okay, if you really think that we can discuss this thing, we will discuss again. Okay, just let me know that sir we need to discuss these types of search time. Okay, then we will discuss in one class. Okay, so next topic is very important in this chapter, that the derivation of continuity and momentum equation in search time. So you write it down, the next topic. So in water power engineering, I'll share all my PDF files with the seer. Okay, so share kindly circulate among all the students. Okay, so first you kindly draw this diagram. Okay, figure A and figure B. First you draw figure A. The topic is like derivation of continuity and momentum equation in search time. Okay, derivation of continuity and momentum equation in search time. Okay, then you draw the figure number B. Okay, so here in first figure your valve is open, and in second figure your valve is closed. That's why your discharge is equal to 0. Okay, when you close the valve there will be no discharge, so discharge is equal to 0. Okay, here we have some discharge. Okay, here is completely 0. Okay, so kindly draw the second figure. So in first case, when you see here in the tunnel, we have a velocity of V naught. Okay, so when you close the valve, here the velocity changes. So don't write here V naught. Okay, understood? Here the valve is open. So at the time your velocity in tunnel is V naught and area is A suffix T. Okay, so area, cross sectional area will be same, but when you close the valve, your velocity changes here. Okay, so don't write V naught here. Okay, yeah. So now first you write it down. Okay, let V naught. Okay, V naught be the steady state velocity in the tunnel. Okay, you can see in figure 1a. Okay, in figure A, I think you have already wrote V naught. Okay, so V naught be the steady state velocity in the tunnel. Okay, and capital D is the diameter of the tunnel, and A suffix T is the area of the tunnel, which is given by pi by 4 d square. As it's in circular in shape, so it's pi by 4 d square area. Okay, so V naught is the velocity, steady velocity in the tunnel. Capital D is the diameter of the tunnel. A suffix T is the area of the tunnel, which is given by pi by 4 d square. Okay, area equation of a circle. Okay, and A suffix S. Okay, A suffix S, that is area of search tank, is the area of the search tank. A suffix S. So we have two area. It is area suffix T, that is tunnel, area suffix S, that is search tank. Okay, and HF is the head loss due to friction, which is given by, I think this equation is very much familiar to you. You can write it down. That is head loss due to friction. FLV square by 2GD. Okay. So V naught is the steady state velocity in the tunnel. Capital D is the diameter of the tunnel. A suffix T is the area of the tunnel, which is given by pi by 4 d square. A suffix S is the area of search tank, and HF is the head loss due to friction, which is given by, you write down the expression. Now we are defining the term. Okay, before we go for derivation, we should mention what is V naught D. Okay? Then only we can use directly these terms. Okay, you can write it down here, where F is the friction factor of the pipe or tunnel, and L is the length of the tunnel. Okay, then we will start the derivation. Okay, overwrite till the equation. Okay, so when the valve is open, the water is flowing in a steady condition, and that steady velocity is V naught. Okay, then, as soon as the valve is closed at the penstock, as soon as you close the valve, the steady velocity in the tunnel V naught becomes unsteady velocity. Okay, because there is a backflow of water, and that steady velocity becomes unsteady velocity, and we have denoted that by capital V. Okay, by capital V. Okay, and water rises in the surge tank with unsteady velocity Vs. Okay, that means it's releasing the water hammer pressure. Okay, as soon as we close the valve, as soon as we close the valve, our steady velocity in the tunnel V naught becomes unsteady velocity, that is capital V, and the water rises in the surge tank with unsteady velocity V suffix S. Okay, Okay. Next you write continuity equation. I think this part you have understood. I think very simple. Okay. Then write continuity equation at this instant is discharged to the tunnel. So if you write a continuity equation in that particular situation is discharged to the tunnel is equal to water entered to the surge tank, water entered to the surge tank plus discharge to the turbine if closure is partial. Okay. So when we half close the valve, then also we can see this situation. Okay. Whenever you are trying to close the valve, you can observe that steady velocity becomes unsteady and rise of water level in the surge tank is also means depth of water level in the surge tank is also increasing with an unsteady velocity Vs. Okay, in the surge tank. Okay, that capital V is the tunnel and V suffix s is in the surge tank. Okay, so if you write a continuity equation, is discharge to the tunnel is equal to water enter to the surge tank plus if the valve is partially closed, then what is the discharge to the turbine? Okay, what will be the discharge to the turbine? Okay, now if you remember what is the discharge equation, discharge is nothing but area into velocity, area into velocity. Okay, this is the equation we all know. Discharge is equal to area into velocity. Now, here what is given? Discharge through the tunnel. So we have to find out the discharge of the tunnel. So discharge of the tunnel means area multiplied by velocity. Okay. So area of the tunnel is A suffix T. Okay. Multiplied by capital V, that unsteady velocity. Because when you close the valve, that steady velocity inside the tunnel becomes unsteady velocity, and that unsteady velocity is capital V. So that's why in place of discharge to the tunnel, we wrote area into unsteady velocity, that is capital V, is equal to, okay, water enters to the surge tank. So discharge enters to the surge tank. So again it will be area into velocity. So what is the area of surge tank? A suffix s multiplied by the unsteady velocity due to the closure of the valve. Okay, that is Vs. Okay, then again we have discharge to the turbine if closure is partial. So if it is fully closed, then this QP will be 0 if it is fully closed. Okay, if it is partially closed, there will be some amount of water flowing to the turbine. Okay, that will be in addition. Okay, so QP is nothing but your partial discharge to the turbine through penstock. Partial discharge to the turbine through penstock if the valve is partially closed. If it is fully closed, this QP will be 0. Okay. So in next line you can write if the valve is closed completely, QP will be 0. Okay. QP will be 0. And what else you can write? This equation will be your area of tunnel into unsteady velocity is equal to area of surge tank multiplied by unsteady velocity in the surge tank, V suffix s. Okay. So actually this meeting is going to end. Okay. So kindly join again with the same link. Okay. This meeting is going to end within a minute, I think. So you kindly join again with the same link.